Hey everybody, Michael Cook, Cryptid Research, out in the field here in area P-3 with Glenn Mink and Darby Orcutt. We brought Darby out here today to show him a couple of spots where Glenn and I, a Squatch investigator, had a couple of different sightings and weird things happen. And oddly enough, as this area has proven in the past, weird things have happened. And we have found possible footprints 12.5 to 13 inches long, with a stride of about 7 foot apart, and in one instance clearing that tree over there that is fallen and scuffing it and breaking the limb as it planted and took off. Darby, get your take on some of this stuff while I'm getting the plaster.
Yeah, come on over, Darby. We'll get you Darby Orcutt from North Carolina State University.
Hi. My gut take is I'm not quite sure what to make of it. It certainly looks very, very interesting. We found this and we were able to follow what looks to be a pretty set trail. We're going ahead and documenting this part of the trail right now, and then we'll see if we can continue to follow this down the way. But I think it's going to be really interesting to see what we can make of this.
Darby, why don't you tell them how you and I ended up coming over this direction to start with? Because it was Darby's thought on when we were explaining to him about an incident Mike and I had.
Yeah, Mike and Glenn were telling me about a rock throwing incident that they had experienced, and I thinking about that and sort of the mechanics and physics of that, I thought, well, if I were somebody wanting to throw a rock, where might I want to be? where would have made sense for that rock to come from? And so we came up here, and so they followed me up here, indulged me going off trail and poking around, and it was as Glenn and I were headed back to the trail that we came upon this impression in the ground here, and again, this impression that seems to be a part of a fairly fresh egress of something through here.
What would you estimate the distance from this one track here, Darby, to that crossover on that branch to be? How many feet do you think?
From this one to
this first track, yeah,
to the branch down, the scuff marks on the branch.
Scuff marks on the branch.
But we had what? 1, 2, 3,
4, and then a stutter step.
Oh gosh, I would say we're probably looking at about 20 feet, or maybe a little bit more.
So 4 steps and 20 feet?
4 steps and 20 feet, yeah.
And clearing the branch would be, what, 25 feet?
To go to the, at least to go to the other side.
Yeah.
That's assuming that it went to the other side. It could have sidestepped, or I mean, it did go to the other side, but
or changed directions in midair.
Could have changed directions.
Could have changed directions.
If I was guessing, it wouldn't be going that way straight, because that's the way to the trail.
Right.
If I was a Bigfoot, I would go that way.
To the right.
I'd go the right.
Well, we're going to have to look around and see what we can see.
So we can do that while this is setting. Glenn, if you want to.
Actually, I'm not sure if it is my mind playing tricks on me now, but I want to show you something that might be an impression over here.